with this subject because I don't want to offend or get clipped by YouTube or none of that shit. But basically, um, I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this Sweetie situation and how her ex manager called her out and exploded on her about how she owes her cash for linking her up with a rich soccer player. And if you can read between the lines, the manager was probably a madame, a madam, is what a female pimp is called. Allegedly, you know, there are, there are rumors that have been floating around for a while that people was kind of like, you know, it's kind of been floating around and she kind of been doing this type of shit. You know what I mean? She was this kind of person. She lived a certain lifestyle. You know what I mean? She was living this type of lifestyle. So basically, Saweetie the spot got blown up, basically. The spot got hot, man. The spot got hot, man. Let's just be honest, man. The spot got fucking hot, right? So, out of nowhere almost. Well, it's not out of nowhere if you look at the prior evidence, but out of nowhere it seems that her ex-manager was accusing her of not paying her no cash. But it didn't sound like the normal, like, music shit. You know what I mean? It didn't sound like music business. And that's what everybody was kind of like putting aside on. Like it is not, it doesn't seem like it's about the music. Because I believe when she dropped an album, it honestly, I don't think people consider her doing well. Now, for me personally, you sell 80,000 or whatever, I think it did all right. That's just me. You know what I mean? I think it did all right. To have anybody buy your music for any reason at all, to me, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Now, people call it a flop because maybe you invested. I don't know. Let's say you invested 50,000 and only made 20,000 back or whatever first week. I mean, you can still be able to make the cash back. Whatever. That's a whole nother conversation. Um, you know, it seemed like she quote unquote, is an alleged escort, and there's like people can accuse you of something that's not true, so I'm gonna say alleged, you know what I mean? But, you know, you got her dealing with Quavo, her dealing with YG, her dealing with 21 Savage. And a lot of people felt that way. A lot of people felt that way about her because they like, well, where's the music? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the music? Where's the music that hits that make you at least seem like you should be around these people? You get what I'm saying? To me, it's like it's crazy that people put themselves in a position to even be used this way, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful young lady, you know. Um, I'm going to be honest and say I don't really know too much of her music. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to say that really not a big fan of her music. I don't really know her discography like that. But when I looked up her music, she didn't have a lot of songs. I'm like, well, And it wasn't like she posts a lot of shows that she does. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see yourself as a rapper, singer, a musician, somebody who does this shit, I would think you want to be known for it. You know what I mean? Uh, and maybe that just might be. I mean, but that kind of falls back into the rumors. You know what I'm saying? Was she ever a musician, or rapper, or artist at all, or was that a front for her to just get paid for what people was accusing her for? You know what I'm saying? And to me personally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly feel like it's a lot deeper. This shows a deeper side of this shows a deeper side of what people accuse people of when they getting used, or they being quote unquote slutted out or hoed out. Like, you know, the first thing I thought about in this whole situation when I saw Saweetie and the manager and all that, the very first person I thought about was Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? I thought about Megan Thee Stallion. I thought about how everybody said that she was, you know what I'm saying, a hoe, or she got a lot of bodies under her belt in the industry or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I thought about what her manager said about her. She like drink it and she like taking pills. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to accuse her of like dealing with women, but who's to say that she didn't? You know what I'm saying? If she was at these wild parties and doing all these things with certain people who rap about having menages with different females, like if you around somebody who rap or promote having sex with multiple women and you around them, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like what do you think somebody's gonna say? You get what I'm saying? When they see you with that type of person. You feel me? So the next person I thought about was Cardi B. Now, she came from Love and Hip Hop. She's a lot more open about her lifestyle. So I don't know if she was a lot more accepted, maybe, for what she said she's done in the past, but somebody else who I feel like, a lot of people was accusing her of certain things until she started having kids. But now, people are accusing her of extorting men because of her having kids and then using the men just for a check, like a Quavo, or I mean, not Quavo, excuse me, that's Sweetie, Offset, or Stephen Diggs, or anybody else that she felt like, that people feel like they saw her with, that she was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, in a sexual fashion. But Cardi B's a little different because she actually has net worth. You know what I'm saying? She actually has hits. She has features. She has songs that she can say, well, I'm kind of a big deal in this particular field. So it comes off less about her, the accusations of her being a hoe, or, having a madam or having a pimp, like a manager as a pimp or whatever. And it's more so like, well, she actually does have hits and songs and stuff that people kind of care about and people kind of play. You know what I'm saying? That people kind of like know about. Like people know Cardi B. You can bring up Cardi B right now and it'll come up. She'll come up. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's going on? So, I think about a lot of female artists now. You know what I'm saying? Like ones that went crazy. Like, who knows if Azealia Banks got offered certain thing? Like, who knows? Like, even though she's a little off, maybe she's off because she tried a drug or something, and people did something to her, and the only way she can lash out is by just talking about other people. Who know? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, females in the industry, basically, is what I'm getting at. Females in the industry have to deal with different type of pressure than men. Not to say men can't get pimped out or hold out. You get what I'm saying? I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, like, if you look like Sweetie, if you look at my thumbnail, that's kind of what she promotes. That picture wouldn't be up there if she wasn't promoting that type of shit. I can type in Saweetie bikini or Saweetie, you know, titties or booty or whatever. And it's gonna be a lot of images that pop up with her kind of showing herself like that. You know what I'm saying? Giving you that I look good, listen to me because of my looks type of deal. Instead of listening to me because of how I think or my brain or my brand. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Sweetie has brand deals. I don't know if Sweetie has clothing or if she has shampoo or I don't know. You know what I mean? I think she had like a brand deal with like a fucking, you know, she had a brand deal with a KFC or like a fast food place like that, but that was when her album came out, and that was the same album people saying she flopped in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just hard for me to like connect her with something to create an image in my head other than what the rumors have been. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate because you know she's a female that's fair skinned. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's fully black. I think she's like Chinese and something else. Like she's mixed with something. You know what I'm saying? She's mixed. Which I mean, it doesn't matter. You got to drop a black in you, they're gonna call you black, right? But because I'm sure she can say the word nigga and nobody gonna look at it, right? Let's be honest. She say the word nigga, she puts herself in this predominantly black culture, and people ain't gonna question her being black. So she black to people, right? But there is no telling what type of culture that she grew up in to make her feel this way. Maybe her parents didn't even have this as something that was around her that she could see. But maybe with her wanting to change her life and change her folks' life, she decided to put herself out there because she knows she had a certain type of look. Maybe she is smart. You know, maybe she got these rumors around her because people know that it's easier to put a rumor of an escort or being a hoe when you do look good because they're going to think that you attract a lot of men and you want to fuck a lot of men. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe it is true. Maybe she is a hoe. Maybe she is still smart, but she still like dick, a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? And she tries to use her looks in order to gain an advantage in certain situations in order to progress and grow. You know what I mean? So I don't want to put it on her. You know, I don't want to say that this is her lifestyle. However, with her ex-manager calling certain things toward like her ex-manager, which a lot of people are calling her madame, her ex-manager is saying a lot of things that's alluding to that certain lifestyle of I put her in front of certain men. I got paid off of it. I got paid off of it more from her interaction rather than the music. Because I mean, if we want to be honest, her discography isn't that big for her to be getting paid that much off of. You know what I'm saying? With how people use her name, like so, for example, she says she's a rap artist, this and that, but and I'm not saying the my type song defines her, but that's her biggest hit. And I don't got no hits. You get what I'm saying? So it's to even have one hit is a blessing. You feel me? But who's to say she wasn't trying to make another hit, but she got offered other things, and she felt like, well, that might be more profitable to be making songs, and I could just clean it up by still being an artist. You know what I'm saying? Calling this type of person my manager and all this, all this shit. It just made me think. The Saweetie situation to me personally opens up a whole new eye on how we all look at female artists now, and why certain people don't want to deal with female artists because it comes with a certain stigma, especially if she looks a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be accused of some things, or you don't want that artist to come out and say certain things, and she looks a certain way, and people are on her side because psychologically, people believe people more when you just look good or you're beautiful or you're easy to the eye. People automatically think this is a psychological fact that if you look a certain way, you're smart. They equate people in their brain equate someone being beautiful with someone being smart, and that isn't always the case. You know what I'm saying? I've met a lot of beautiful blondes, so to speak, metaphorically, right? And you know what I mean? Literally, I went to college, Indiana. You know what I mean? So like, I've seen a lot of females who were not that smart. You know what I'm saying? Who had a lot given to them. You know, even if no one offered a monetary exchange, they still offered, well, I'll do this for you if you do this. You know what I mean? And when you look back the last 20 years of rap, 2005 or even 2000 on up, there wasn't a big surge of video vixens or girls or models or strippers that were doing music up and it wasn't this wasn't no more than about this ain't no this like 5 6 whenever Cardi B really came out, to be honest with you. Cardi B made it cool for strippers and video vixens and women who were seen as the whores and stuff like that to start rapping. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that she probably wanted to open that door, but she already presented herself as somebody who was in that lifestyle. So people who were in that lifestyle felt like they had a better chance of actually doing it too. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how that shit can just influence and sweep a nation for a second. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it's died down. We don't really see a lot of artists, specifically female artists or male artists that are like strippers or something like that, video vixens or something like that. They might be in the background. Like I said, they might be smart. People might know how to be a good photographer, videographer, people, you know what I'm saying, EQ and beats and stuff like that, or producing movies or commercials or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for those people who look a certain way to a lot of people that agree that this person looks a certain way to them, you know, it's either harder for them to make it because they don't want to give themselves up and they want to be taken seriously when people just want them for only one or two things, or they do fall into what people want from them and then they get caught up in a certain lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes me look at all the women artists a lot differently, and it makes me respect the women artists who have haven't had any rumors on them, any actors who haven't had any rumors on them, any models who haven't had any rumors on them, and they just really wanted to do their job. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I don't know, man. It's a scary time for women. You know, like I said, we got men out here. I mean, and now I see why men can come out here and say they beat on I beat on women, but this is why I did it. You know, they justifying it because they feel like they hoes. They feel like they not a woman. They feel like they property in a sense. You know what I'm saying? For the ex-manager to come out and everybody's considered a manager to be a pimp, a female pimp, a madam, it makes it look, it kind of makes it look true. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to look at Saweetie and her images that she got online, it doesn't help the case. You know what I'm saying? Her being with different men over a short period of time, what her song content is about. You know what I mean? What like you got to listen to her songs a lot differently now and see if she's actually like saying that shit. You know what I mean? Like the next person I think about with her is Young Miami. Young Miami has been accused of certain things like this too, especially being around Diddy, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And her saying she'll do certain things to women, and I mean it's just weird the type of position that women have to be in order to get respect. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Learn the cheat code, dog, until you finish. Say your progress first. Don't end it. So yeah, just for me, what this does for me is it makes me look at the industry like when they say ain't no business like whole business, and ain't no business like show business and stuff like that. Not to say that I'm surprised by it, but it is how open it's becoming is surprising. You know how open people are about accepting this role of being looked at a certain way is very surprising. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy that people could just accept these roles, and I mean, I don't know, man. You know, I feel for women. You know, I feel for young women, young females. You know, I feel for men that have to deal with women that put themselves out there like that. They could get accused of something if they just trying to work with them. And now I slowly see why they say it costs more to deal with a woman than a man. It's not just the cash. It's not just trying to market them. It's you have to deal with other things because women can lie or women can be telling the truth and still it be detrimental to your career. Hence, a woman telling the truth about a woman, right? Like it could be detrimental to your career. It could be detrimental to your success that you actually want to gain from it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people's souls be lost in this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much. It makes me look at. I swear, I just keep thinking about all the any pop artists, anything, because it's not just rap. Like how huge it was a time where people were accusing Taylor Swift of being a hoe. I remember there was a time where Taylor Swift was being called a hoe, right? And they just chalked it up as, oh, she got a lot of boyfriends. She's just going through a phase. Da 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 da. Who's to say that she didn't have the same situation going on? Saweetie did. You get what I'm saying? Maybe she's a pop star and it got something to do with her being white, pop star, very popular. Yeah. But I'm saying at the end of the day, you can't. The Saweetie situation is opening up a lot more grounds to talk about how women are getting treated in the industry and how people can even trick you or manipulate you into even thinking that you have to do these things in order to be successful. Because women run off emotion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, chill toe, what it do? You think so, man? Clickbait. You know what's good? What's good, chill toe? How you been, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. What's good? What's good? How you feeling? How you feeling, man? Oh, my shit. Yeah, man, it's looking bad. It's looking bad, man. It's looking bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's looking bad, man. You know, a lot of the stuff that people are saying, along with the years of rumors that went around, and all everybody's kind of saying the same thing. It's kind of it's crazy. You know what people think about you, but then if people keep saying it over and over and over and over again, it's like where there's smoke, there's fire. It has to be something there. I'm not saying I'm not accusing her of anything, but I mean, damn, it's a lot of people who think a lot of shit about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people who feel like you doing this shit. You know, it's a lot of stories that match up with what people are thinking. You know what I mean? And it's it's sad to see a woman, get torn down because of a certain choice that she made that probably wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? But we do live in an age where people are going to have an opinion on that, and people are going to want to build a storyline and make content off the shit. Just don't make it so easy for people to make content off. You know what I'm saying? And just on some nigga shit, man. If you owe somebody some cash, just pay them, bro. Like, just pay them, bro. Like, just pay them, and none of this shit ever come out. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with women to sell themselves or whatever. I'm just saying if you owe somebody some cash, man, pay them, and they won't out you for none of that shit that you supposedly doing for them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. If you're dealing in the streets and you dealing with people who helping you out and they giving you loans or they giving you cash or they giving you a boost, give them some kickback. You know what I'm saying? Give them, at least give them a date with something. At least give them something. Because she not only is she accusing her of not paying her, she accusing her of actually befriending a guy that you're supposed to be getting paid off of because you're an escort, and now you fell in love with the guy, right? And then you end up telling him don't pay her. Now we could look at this a couple of ways. You get what I'm saying? At the end of it, though, it's like it could have went a couple ways, and maybe that's the hustle. Let's say she is in that lifestyle. Maybe that's the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, act like your girl, because that's been the stories that have come up about her. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's just sad to see that shit, man. It's sad to really, really see yet another female go down this path of using her body to get attention, and who knows what she been through when she was young. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, a lot of artists, they come up, they be having a lot of trauma and shit they got to deal with, and that's why they even want to do this shit. Regardless if you've been abused, saw abuse, did drugs, saw people on drugs, or you had a lot of family issues, dysfunction. You didn't get hugged enough, or you wasn't able to speak, or a lot of shit. Like, a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It usually falls under a lot of those things, but it be different forms of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get verbally abused since you was young, and you grow up and you don't really know how to speak or talk, or you don't really know how to take criticism. All those problems arise because of what happened to you when you were a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, so who knows what she went through to make her feel like she is justified in her meaning of doing these things. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I can't deny is that Saweetie does put herself out there like somebody who wants attention, a certain type of attention. So it's a lot harder to defend her when you want to talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even her songs and the content make it hard because she's talking about these certain things. You know, one of her biggest songs is talking about my type, which is talking about men who only have cash in a certain amount. The 8-figure nigga, that's my type. I think that's the lyrics, right? This dude just so happened to be a guy with 8 figures because he plays football. You know what I'm saying? Not football, right? And he has 7 to 8 figures. He got a lot of cash. And now your ex-manager is coming out saying you didn't pay me. Well, why are you talking about you didn't pay me? Well, it's not because she's an artist. She was being an artist. Not one time did she bring up that they was trying to. I mean, you could have made him an investor of some kind. Who know? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't in the bed with her every time she did something. I didn't even keep up with Saweetie like that. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time actually even talking about her, you know? But I want to bring this up because I want women to know you can get caught up in some shit without even knowing it. You know what I mean? You can get caught up in shit that you don't even realize what the fuck's going on. And when people start having you go to certain places and take drugs and try to be comfortable around people, you don't even know that they putting you out. See, it gets deep because you don't even know if somebody's putting you out there like that. Let's say you just smoke weed, or let's say you just do coke, or let's say you just whatever. You just drink. You drink. Let's say you drink. You drink. You get drunk one night. Your manager, quote unquote, leaves you with certain people, and they expect you to do something in order to further your career and fat their pockets up. You don't even know. That happens too. People set you up in a situation where they present you a certain way and you don't even want to be seen that way. And yet you keep getting caught up and caught up and caught up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and say it's not impossible for somebody not to know that they're being used in a certain way. But when you got rumors going around and you continue to be with certain men that, like, you don't even got like multiple songs with them, you're supposed to be an artist, or you don't see them, you know what I'm saying? You don't see them on tour together, or she's opening for YG or Quavo, and she might have, like I said, because I don't keep up with her, but it doesn't seem like that's the vocal point that people are defending you with. You get what I'm saying? And with people saying that your album flopped and your music don't really get listened to other than one song, whatever, that's cool. But that narrative does help what people saying when we start to talk about how you might have been using yourself knowingly to get further in life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's crazy how, and it's even scarier that a woman would just accept that role. You feel me? It's crazy that a woman would just accept. What's up, Jacqueline? It's crazy that a woman would just accept that role and continue to fall in it. Continue to want to be that type of female, that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? That type of human that will sell herself for attention. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You get what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. I just really hope the best for females in the industry, whether it be you an actor or, you a video vixen, or you're a model, content creator, or internet personality, stuff like that. Women can get caught up a lot easier in this world of sin. You know what I'm saying? It can be manipulated a lot easier, even if you're not that type of female, even if you're not that type of woman. That stigma can still be stuck upon you just because of the certain people that you're around and the certain things that they say that you want from them. They could even lie and say that you wanted these things. You know what I'm saying? And people will believe it just because you look good enough to where they're like, well, yeah, she look like she a fucking nigga, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Because it's this weird thing, like, the better you look, it's a 50-50. It's like, if you're beautiful to people, right? To a lot of people, a lot of people, they can agree, right? They're either going to say, yeah, she's a hoe, or you're so beautiful that people are going to defend you and say just because she's beautiful doesn't mean she's a hoe. You get what I'm saying? So it gets to a point where it really the water gets muddy. Rumors can create an image that you probably didn't plan for. The first couple times you might not even have known what the fuck was going on, and then you was like, fuck it, if I'm gonna do this, let's get paid, whatever. And now you at this point, you at this position in your life where now you got to deal with somebody, airing out your supposed business about allegedly you being an escort and you hoeing around with different men. And for women, because now people gonna say, well, what about the women? Was she getting paid for women too? Who knows? Because you got a lot of that in the industry. It's a lot more, women are a lot more open with their bisexuality than men are when it comes to the industry, right? It's becoming more open with men, but women, it's always been like that for women. Like I said before, you have songs of men and women saying that they have sex with multiple women at the same time, like a Minaj. You literally have a rapper named Nicki Minaj, and Minaj is the word for, to my understanding, when you have sex with multiple partners of the same sex. So a woman can have a menage with two men, or a man can have a menage with two women. You get what I'm saying? So like, we literally have a female rapper out here whose name is, it's in the name, you know. So it's like, I don't know if Nicki Minaj is trying to tell us something, like she had to go through that in order for her to be this too, or I don't know, right? But what all I'm saying is that it's it's way more accepted for women to do it than men. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Adele? What's going on, Adele? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Chill Toe, Jacqueline, Adele? What's going on? So, yeah, I remember you, bro. I remember you, bro. I'm glad you back, man. I'm glad you back with us, man. Glad you back with us, bro. Glad you back with us, man. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I blocked you. I don't know, man. I don't remember. Well, I don't remember you, Nina. I thought you was another. I thought you was somebody who subscribed, who was new to the page. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nice, nice. Okay, I think I do remember you then, man. I think I do remember you, bro. Well, look, man. You know, just come on here, show respect. You know, come on here and show respect, man. You know what I'm saying? I already knowing, man. Just show respect, man. I'm way past that little phase. You know what I'm saying? It's 140 where I'm at, man. It's 140 in Florida, man. It's 140 in Florida. Matter of fact, you just reminded me to do something. Everybody in the chat right now, drop your state or your country. Like, drop where you at and what time it is, wherever you at, whether it be a state or country or whatever. And drop what time it is where you at right now, man. If you watching, you know what I'm saying? You know, um, yeah, man. I feel a lot for women now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel a lot for women who do this work that I kind of don't. I wouldn't want my sister to be a sex worker. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I still don't agree with people airing people out. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's some shit that you know it'll tarnish the image. You know what I'm saying? This type of shit tarnishes images. It kills careers. Like I said, luckily though, her content kind of leans into that, so maybe it might help. Who knows? Maybe this might do more. Maybe people might, like how I did. I went and checked out her page. I'm like, I didn't play no music, which is fucked up. That's what I think will happen though. Like, people will stop and just look at the fucking thumbnail before they look at the music. You know, you don't want that to be the case. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird, man. It's some weird shit, but it's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? Like, just gotta learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And continue to grow from it. You know. And I'm not a female, but me being a man, looking at how females do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to be careful on how you want to be presented. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey man, just follow me on social media, man. Hit me up on Instagram, man. You can call me on there. You know what I mean? If you hit me up on Instagram, I got you, man. I'll follow you back. Hit me up on IG, man. Let's do it. Appreciate you, man. If you can, man, go comment on all the music, man. Let's get that shit back in the algorithm, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it back in the algorithm. Let's get it back in the algorithm, man. You know? But yeah, man, if you watching this live, man, and hey man, you know, it is what it is with the views, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work through it. You gotta just keep pushing through and work through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is, man. You know, I don't think nobody doesn't want to get seen or doesn't want to get heard. You feel me? But whatever. We just gonna talk numbers and we're gonna talk, you know what I mean? I say she about shit. about 25. The ticket 25 just to even be around her. Might be $5 to get some neck. Might be 10 so she can spend the night. Who the fuck knows? Her price might go up because now, you feel me? She dealing with niggas with 8 figures. You feel me? Who knows how much she get paid? Cause she's a beautiful female, but that's the downside to beauty. You might fall into your own vanity. You don't want to fall into your own vanity. You know what I'm saying? But if we talk how much she charged, shit, she probably started off 25, 5 racks, 10 racks when it went up. Then you seen it with Quavo, price went up. Then you seen it with YG, price went up. Then you seen it with 21 Savage, price went up. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? So like, just got to be careful, man. We're not wanting to present yourself in a certain way because that shit gonna stick with you. Now people gonna look at you and think that they can buy you. Now you got a price tag. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy shit. It's crazy shit. I'm about to get off here soon. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in on this situation, man, but kind of put a different perspective on it. Like, you know, I'm looking at the last 20, 25 years of the game, and no wonder why females just disappear. You know what I'm saying? No wonder why. You know what I mean? No wonder why. What's up, CJ? No wonder why females just disappear. They feel like it's too much pressure, or they feel like they get, you know, ostracized from certain opportunities because they're not giving something up that people want from them just because of their beauty. Shit, man, this damn gnat that's in front of my fucking camera right now. Other than that, chilling, man. About to get off here soon, but CJ, I will be going live soon. Just really about to take a little mini nap, man. I got funny enough, man, I got some free light bulbs, man. Shout out to FPL. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to FPL, man. I got a free shower head, free light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Got 5 free light bulbs, a new shower head, all for the free. New shower head, damn, they're gonna massage me. Now I'm gonna have a water massage every time I get in that motherfucker. I can't wait to take a shower again. I took one earlier, but I can't wait to take a shower again. Can't wait. And the water be hot. And the water be hot. Probably later on tonight, man, around 9 or 10, something like that. I might go live again around like 2:30, 3 o'clock or something like that, and talk about another subject. But for the most part, it'll probably be later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. It just makes me look at the industry different. It makes me look at the industry much differently. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes me like realize like, damn, man. For the females who really wanted to change their life and shit, maybe they did try this way, and that's why you don't see them no more because they'll probably get outed or something. But you got people like Corinne Steffens who will tell you this was my whole fucking lifestyle. Yes, that's the way I went. As a matter of fact, this motherfucker like this motherfucker like that. She like this with him. They like this with her. He like this certain type. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It starts to make you kind of believe a little bit more certain rumors from back in the day because rumors right now get created by people who want to make content, which is unfortunate. Back in the day, it wasn't really people who were like making content. Like a lie could be said. I'm not saying that, but it was a lot more believable because it wasn't the internet or people spinning narratives and you could watch a video and somebody would change your opinion because they seem like they making sense or whatever. You get what I'm saying? It's just, you gotta just really, 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 really like pay attention to the content that you consume nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful with that shit because certain shit could influence you to feel a certain way about things, and that's not it. That's not the case. You know what I mean? So I take everything with a grain of salt, shit, with a fucking mountain of salt, if you ask me, you know. But people joke. I look at everybody as joking, having their own opinion. I don't take none of this shit as fact. So for me, it's just about that. It's like that, like I can't sit here and act like I know everything or sit here and act like I won't even believe everything. I don't believe shit. When a lot of people start to say that about you, though, it becomes harder and harder to defend that, from being a fact. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm about to dip out, though. I'm out, man. Peace. Till next time. Fuck with everybody who came through, man. Much love.